Okay, good evening everyone. Do a quick introduction of TiE. I know a lot of you are members. I've seen you around for TiE activities earlier, so bear with it. Obviously you'll end up going through this umpteen times, but bear with it for the fact that you still have a lot of new people who are new to this event, new to this activity and new to TiE. So I think with that, let's go and take a look at it. What is TiE all about? TiE is the world's largest non-profit organization for entrepreneurs. Basically, the focus in terms of fostering entrepreneurship through advocacy, awareness, as well as assistance to people who are on the entrepreneurial journey. As an organization, this started off in the Silicon Valley in 1992, and it was a couple of very successful Indian entrepreneurs there, like Kanwal Rekhi, Vinod Khosla, who really came together and created this organization. The focus is obviously in terms of nurturing next generation as well as existing entrepreneurs. TiE today operates out of 14 countries, has 57 chapters and more than 15,000 members worldwide. So very significant presence all across the world. We already spoke about it in terms of what does TiE focus upon. The clear areas in which TiE works through is in terms of mentoring, networking and providing an inspiration to people who aspire to be entrepreneurs. TiE hosts a wide range of programs and events, including TiECon, the largest professional networking conference for entrepreneurs. In fact, the next TiECon is due in Chennai, if I'm not wrong, right? That's right. This is a quick look at what are some of the activities that are done in TiE Pune specifically. To begin with, you have the My Story sessions. This is one of the sessions that we are taking today, obviously. This is basically entrepreneur success stories in their own words. And this is basically happens on the first and the third Friday, right, at this particular venue. It's obviously a very popular program because you obviously have a pretty decent turnout at most of these sessions. The other activity that TiE typically does, there are also mentoring sessions where you have one-on-one sessions with senior entrepreneurs, other professionals. You have idea validation, matchmaking, all of that really happens. There has been a very successful program that TiE Pune has recently concluded, the Nurture program. We'll talk about that slightly later in the slide. So that's one of the significant activities that TiE does on the mentoring front. We also have regular breakfast meetings. This is something which happens on alternate Thursdays at Grupshop. You have topics of common interest that are typically chosen for these sessions. A lot of participation really happens from the people who attend these sessions. So obviously, if you've not experienced them any time before, could be a great thing to actually go in, and it's a very small, cozy setup and excellent amount of interaction that really happens among all the participants. Beyond this, you also have full-day workshops. That's something that happens very regularly. On the 10th of November, I think a lot of you who would have been on the mailing list would know that there's also a program on the 10th of November. So you have half-day or full-day workshops that are typically conducted. Some of the programs that we've conducted have been in funding, building business models. All of these have been the programs that we've done in the past. There are other events that we typically also participate in, which are business plan competitions and, like we've spoken about, the Nurture initiative. A quick look at what are the My Story sessions. In the last year, the financial year that we had, there were about 22 sessions that happened. During the course of this year, there are around 10 sessions that have already been concluded on this front. There are different formats for the My Story sessions. You have first generation entrepreneurs, you have social entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, inheritors to innovators series, as well as the Puneri brands, the local homegrown companies in this space. More than 2,000 people have attended these events, and if you go on to YouTube, you will actually find some of the videos of some of these programs which are obviously broadcast out there, as well as pictures that you will find on Facebook. This is a quick look at some of the speakers which have come and shared their stories with us. Like you would see, a very wide range, in a very wide area of topics, interest. So obviously there is something here that actually appeals and actually makes sense to anybody who's in whatever field that you might be involved in. And obviously very well known names as well as very successful people in their own fields. Quick look at the interactive breakfast meetings. Like I said, alternate Thursdays at Grabshop. More than 500 people have participated and shared their experience during these sessions. 15 breakfast sessions more or less have been completed so far. And again, a wide variety of topics. These are obviously shorter sessions, so obviously the amount of depth that you will go into is lesser, but the real validation or the real validity of this process is the amount of interaction that really happens when people really discuss their own experiences when they go through the sessions. The other activities that TiE has been involved with, an All Asia Business Plan competition, where TiE has got connected with B schools. We've had 20 entries that came in last year. 2 went to Delhi for the Asia finals, and 40 TiE members work with the teams. So that becomes a great input to a lot of students who can be future entrepreneurs. So this becomes a great input for them in terms of developing their own ideas and thoughts. And obviously senior TiE members are involved in helping them in this process. We spoke about the workshops. We've had workshops on selling, funding, business model, entrepreneurs, personal impact, finance for entrepreneurs. Most of these workshops are typically oversold, and obviously there's a feedback process that happens at the end of the session, and most of the feedbacks have been excellent in terms of what are the topics as well as the way the topics were covered. The new initiatives we spoke about, so we'll talk about nurture again. And there's also a very interesting program, the Stree Shakti Women Entrepreneur Forum, which is also done out here. So a quick look at the Nurture initiative. This initiative was launched on the 24th of February during the course of the year, 2012 obviously. Mentors groomed emerging companies for about 6 months. In fact, we just completed off on 19th of October the graduation ceremony for all the companies that went through this mentoring process. Obviously you start off, there's a monthly training workshop that really happens on key topics which are relevant to budding entrepreneurs. And you typically go from the business plan to a complete business plan. This is basically supported by the UK Trade and Investment Organization, MCCIA, and we've also actually gone out and announced the new second version of the Nurture program. You'll find details of that coming out very soon. So those of you who are interested in that can obviously keep your attention upon what's coming out of the announcements. Now all of this obviously cannot happen without the sponsors who really work with TiE very closely. And we have 3 sponsors who work with TiE for this particular session as it is. So for today's session also we have Clarion Venture Partners, Cosmos Bank, as well as the Shantanu Kirloskar Chair at the University of Pune. These are the 3 sponsors that we have for these sessions. So a quick look at what the activity that these sponsors do.
Clarion Venture Partners is an incubator and angel fund for IT services startups. With incubation centers in Pune, Bangalore, and Ahmedabad, this is one of the best angel funds, incubator, and accelerator for IT services startups today. If you are working in the IT industry and dream to be an entrepreneur, check out www.clarionvp.com. Starting a company with Clarion Venture Partners is as easy as switching a job. After you are selected for investment, Clarion Venture Partners will provide you with space to get started, funds for your staff salaries, sales, marketing, and other expenses for up to 1 year, help you manage the operational aspects of your business through their shared incubation services, assist you with marketing through a shared CMO, boost your sales through sales outsourcing and lead generation partner companies, guide you in finding your board of advisors through their network of eminent businessmen and senior professionals, mentor and coach you till you become successful or ready for next round of funding. The fund invested in 4 startups last year and has plans to make at least 15 similar investments in 2012. Come chase your dream.
With that, let's move on to the second sponsor that we have, Cosmos Bank, a state scheduled cooperative bank. In 6 states through its 119 branches, it really operates out of. A lot of leadership strength as well as professionally managed organization.